Hello and welcome to History of Dragon Ball. Today we are looking at all of the Saiyan transformations that we have seen. There are more Saiyan transformations in Dragon Ball canon than just going Super Saiyan. There have been so many transformations by now that they are very much an integral part of the story and have cast really huge influence on other properties too, with dramatic power-ups and final forms now pretty standard in not just Dragon Ball, but most other shonen style stories too. So we're going to go through all of the transformations that we know of so far that the Saiyans have managed to pull off. So let's start off with the first one we ever witness, the Great Ape. The Great Ape is one of the most common transformations used by pure Saiyans. This form is only accessible if the Saiyan has a tail. While in the form of a Great Ape, if the tail is cut off, the Saiyan will return to their normal state. This transformation is triggered by when these things called Blutz waves are given off, and the most common supply of Blutz waves are given off from the full moon. Now over time, Saiyans did develop the technology that if there was no moon, they could use a thing called a power ball, and this will emit Blutz waves itself, and this is then used to activate the transformation. Once transformed, the Great Ape's power and strength are increased tenfold from its base form. Although there is a downside, because when this transformation first happens, the Great Ape may go into a rampage mode. Although this was the first, it did become obsolete pretty quickly ever since the pure-blooded Saiyans transformed into Super Saiyans. If there was someone who was a Great Ape who then could transform into a Super Saiyan, they would then become the Golden Great Ape, which is key to attaining the Super Saiyan 4 transformation. So obviously next on our list is the Golden Great Ape. This is only possible when a Saiyan is capable of combining their Great Ape and Super Saiyan forms together, resulting, as we said before, in the Golden Great Ape form. Goku uses this Golden Great Ape form to be able to transform into Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball GT, but this is really the only time that we actually get to see it. Now, we move on to the most legendary of all the transformations, the Super Saiyan. A Super Saiyan is a transformation of legend within the Saiyan race. It has been over 1,000 years since they had actually last seen one. It was only just through stories that they knew about this legend. Only a select few of the Saiyans have been able to ever achieve this rare form. In legend, a Super Saiyan is a warrior that is pure of heart and then is awakened by fury. The first Saiyan in centuries to achieve this form was, of course, Goku, and this was obviously after seeing Krillin's death at the hands of Frieza on Namek. In this transformation, his hair raises and turns golden colour. The Super Saiyan's power level shoots up between 10 and 50 times its normal amount. Obviously, numbers and power scaling are always up to debate in Dragon Ball. There are also a few variations of this transformation too. You've got the False Super Saiyan, which is a prequel to the form appearing only in the movie of Dragon Ball Z Lord Slug. Then you've also got Super Saiyan 2nd Grade, which is an advancement in power of the original Super Saiyan state. Then you got Super Saiyan 3rd Grade, which is an even stronger advancement in the power of the original Super Saiyan state. And then you've got Super Saiyan Full Power, which is the state of mental and physical perfection of the Super Saiyan transformation itself, rather than the next stage up, which of course is Super Saiyan 2. Now Super Saiyan 2 is a full transformation beyond the regular Super Saiyan. The first Super Saiyan 2 was born in the Cell game, so of course that is Gohan. After seeing his friends being brought to near death by the Cell Juniors, Gohan finally released his anger. He stopped holding back and he went into a rage, causing this transformation. Gohan easily overpowered Cell after this, as well as killing off every single Cell Junior with absolute ease. And eventually, after Cell comes back, kills him again with the father-son Kamehameha. Now, over time, a few other Saiyans did achieve this form like Goku and Vegeta, but Gohan is the one who made it legendary. Now moving on again, we got Super Saiyan 3. Now this is the one that was first achieved by Goku. He discovered this form during his training in the other world. The first time it is ever revealed is in a confrontation against Majin Buu, and he does this mainly as a stalling tactic. There was only ever actually one Saiyan apart from Goku to achieve this form, and that was the fusion of Gotenks. But apart from him, there's no other records of anyone else doing it. I mean, you do see some examples within a couple of the games of Dragon Ball, but as for the anime or the manga, that is really it. And it's also nice to add that the Super Saiyan 3 formation is the final Super Saiyan transformation shown in the original Dragon Ball manga. You may lose your eyebrows and may have extremely long hair, but I still think it is a pretty cool transformation. But now we move on to a transformation that comes from the not so popular Dragon Ball GT, and that is Super Saiyan 4. Now, Super Saiyan 4 is a Saiyan transformation present in the anime only, and it has never actually been mentioned in the manga, although it does appear in Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga. But again, not quite the same thing. The only way a Saiyan can attain Super Saiyan 4 is if he is already a Super Saiyan that can transform into a Golden Grape Ape, as we mentioned before, and then regain full control over that form. So it is fair to say, while this is kind of referred to as a Super Saiyan, it's not really part of the proper Super Saiyan line of transformations. And the style of it did come up to a lot of debate at the time, and probably still does today. But to be honest, I did grow up with it, so I am a bit of a fan. But I would be curious to know in the comments below, what is your opinion on Super Saiyan 4? But anyway, this form again is only really ever achieved by Goku and Vegeta. And of course, the fusion of Gogeta as well. But now we're done with Super Saiyan 4, it's time to move on to some transformations from Dragon Ball Super. And our first is Super Saiyan God. Now, Super Saiyan God is a Saiyan transformation that is so much more powerful than Super Saiyan 3. It was first heard about when the Oracle Fish is talking to the God of Destruction Beerus about this warrior that could actually challenge him. Goku is again the first one to achieve this transformation, and he gets it by a ritual ceremony using other Saiyans as well. When Goku does transform into this, he powers up with a flame-like aura. Then when he appears, his hair is now red instead, but it keeps the shape similar to his base form as opposed to the more upright and pointy version. He also now has red eyes and kind of appears slightly thinner, and again he has that flame-like aura. This form too allows Goku to sense godly ki, which none of the other mortals can. And he can also now absorb attacks by consuming ki, but it takes him a while to actually gain full control over this form. But now what happens to this Super Saiyan God when he powers up? Wow, next we have Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Once a Saiyan has managed to obviously retain and control the power of Super Saiyan God, they can push themselves even further, and of course in Dragon Ball this does happen. The Saiyan can attain an even more powerful Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, which has more commonly become known as Super Saiyan Blue. In this state, the user looks like a regular Super Saiyan. However, as you can tell by the name, they have blue hair and a fiery blue aura. The Super Saiyan Blue form can also be added to by using the Kaioken technique as well to again amplify how much power that this form has. Also, if we look at Vegeta, he doesn't go the same way as Goku in that he finds his own transformation here, and that is with Super Saiyan Blue Evolved. Now, I guess the closest thing we can compare this to is having the perfected Super Saiyan as a Super Saiyan God. And this is what Vegeta achieves by breaking through his limits and achieving his unique transformation here. Some say it can rival the power of the Gods of Destruction, but that kind of sentence is always up for debate as well. Then we also have Goku Black that we've got to talk about, as he possesses his own version of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and his is Super Saiyan Rosé. It does resemble Super Saiyan Blue, but instead he has pink hair, and his aura also resembles a flame of darkness. This change is brought by the fact that Goku Black is actually part God already instead of just being a pure-blooded Saiyan. So those are the most common of the Saiyan transformations, but there are a couple of extras I would like to add on the end, and these are ones that kind of are only ever achieved by a singular character. The first of these comes on after talking about Goku Black, and that is Super Saiyan Rage. The Super Saiyan Rage is a powerful transformation that only future Trunks ever attains, and that is through the power of intense and violent rage, funnily enough. This form allows Trunks to actually hold his own with a Super Saiyan Rosé Goku Black and future Zamasu, which shows it is a very powerful form, but again this is one that we only ever see at this one time and has not been revisited since. And another one is of course the legendary Super Saiyan. Now this is the Broly type Super Saiyan form, and this is kind of separate from the evolution of the ordinary Super Saiyan forms. This legendary Super Saiyan form is a unique form that's only obviously usable by some Saiyans. It's only been shown in the anime by the movie-only character Broly, and then in the series of the Universe 6 Saiyan Kale. Now the legendary Super Saiyan form is a different evolution to the others as they bulk up massively, become super enraged, and really become an absolutely destroying machine. Now if they can learn to actually control and harness this anger and power, they can transform into their own version of a Super Saiyan, which is what we see Kale do in Dragon Ball Super when she basically becomes a Super Saiyan Green. But now we've reached the end of that list, I hope you have enjoyed going back through all of the transformations of the Saiyans. I'd actually be really curious to know, which is your favourite of all of these transformations? I mean, sometimes I find it really hard to pick between that initial Goku turning Super Saiyan on Namek, or perhaps his first transforming into Super Saiyan 3 against Majin Buu. I find them both such legendary moments. So I'd really be curious what you think, so let me know that in the comments down below. Okay, so thank you for reaching the end of this video, and of course please do all that great stuff, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. All these things will massively help us grow so we can keep bringing you more and more amazing Dragon Ball content. So thank you once again, and I will see you next time on History of Dragon Ball.